Hey guys, welcome to another what I've been eating lately video where I show you everything that I've been eating lately in a video. This one is gonna be gluten-free. I love gluten. I ate it almost every day. It's a great staple in my diet. It's cheap, it's accessible, it's low preparation, it's good, it's versatile. Let's stop because now I can't eat it. Just kidding. But I'm trying out not eating it. I basically have psoriasis / eczema, not sure which, or a combination of the two. I don't know. But I have a very itchy scalp situation. I've had it for years and years. It's flaky, it's dry, it's horrible, it sucks. That's why I have an undercut, not because I'm cool. My brother has similar issues, and he has discovered that gluten is a trigger for that. So basically my plan is to be gluten-free for a month or so. After that month, introduce it back and see, assess, is gluten really the problem? I'm hoping that I can just be like reduced gluten-free and not fully gluten-free. I don't want to be fully gluten-free. That is... And when I say fully gluten-free, I don't necessarily mean 100%, I mean more like 99%, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna eat oats in this video. I can't say that they're like gluten-free oats, I'm not worried about contamination or anything like that. Anyways, thanks for clicking on my video, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Okay, first meal of the video, I got these rice ramen. I've actually had them for a while before I was doing this, but I was so happy to rediscover them in the pantry because they were a great thing to have this week. I made this meal a lot. It's basically like a spicy peanut ramen. Basically just a spoonful of peanut butter, a spoonful of bouillon, a spoonful of gochujang. Obviously you could use sriracha, you could use almond butter, cashew butter, tahini probably would be good. I just mix all the pastes together. I love these rice ramens. I like that this one is like a blend of rice and another grain that I can't remember, so there's a little more protein to it. It's more filling than just like a straight rice noodle. And I'm also peeling some carrot into there. The only thing that sucks is that like usually ramen is like a lazy meal for me, so this rice ramen you're actually supposed to drain it and rinse it and then add it back, which not that that's so hard, but it adds like another step and another dish to clean versus like when I'll eat my ramen express noodles that I love so much from Walmart. I'll just make everything in one pot and then eat it out of the pot, so it's like so easy perfection. Anyways, I drained my noodles off to the side. I added the water back to the pot to boil again for the broth, and I just added some tofu to that water so it would heat up. I mixed in the broth before adding everything just so I know that it's all mixed in. I also added some fresh cilantro and green onions to it as garnish, which is absolutely delicious. I just used my frozen green onions that I have in the freezer. I added soy sauce and sesame oil to the top, and then immediately I realized that soy sauce has gluten in it. This is like the first day that I was doing this. Okay, that amount of gluten I don't think is gonna really affect my skin issue, but I did after this day when I made this meal again a few times. I used liquid aminos and also used tamari.
I stopped drinking coffee again because it gives me the jitters. I try to pretend I don't see, but I feel. So we're on the matcha now. I found this brand of matcha. The matcha people of TikTok land said this brand was affordable and good, so I got it, and I do believe that that is true for matcha. Also, another thing that I don't really always think about but is very, very true, matcha in some ways is easier to make than coffee. There's no brewing, there's no waiting time, and there's no materials wasted, like not like a coffee filter. You also don't have to throw away like grounds or even like tea leaves. If I made coffee, I'd be making it in my French press, so I'd have to wash that. I'm just saying, I'm looking at the positives here. Okay, I do love coffee. I'll still drink it sometimes. I just don't think it's the best thing for me on a daily basis to be having coffee, especially since I like strong coffee, which just makes it worse. So anyways, this is how I've been making my matcha. Straining it through a sieve, using the matcha whisk in a matcha bowl is obviously the best way to make matcha, but it's too much work for me. All the things that you have to wash when you do that, I just like this better, okay, for like a day to day. But see, there's matcha on the spoon, so when I get the water from the fridge, I like position it so that the water like gets that off the spoon, okay? You see how I'm not wasting? I like a little sweetener, so I'm putting a little bit of agave, and I just put the lid on. I'm gonna just get my ice. I just do it all in this cup so that there's no extra dishes to wash. Yep, and then I've been using this Costco oat milk, which I think the graphic design for is just hysterical. Oat milk. And like, I don't see any clumps or anything. Okay, so like, it's good for me. Delicious. Earthy. Fresh. Oaty. Obviously in this video, I've been talking a lot about changes to my diet. It's required a lot of like extra thought going into my diet than I'm used to. But something that has given me kind of like a sense of security is having a good multivitamin. The sponsor for this video came at the perfect time because the video is sponsored by Ritual. For everyone, but especially for vegans or anyone who has like dietary restrictions, it's really important to have a multivitamin. Sometimes life is rough. Sometimes you end up eating like chips for dinner or whatever. You know what I mean? You can't always be on top of your health like all the time. Sometimes things are changing, sometimes you're traveling, sometimes you're going through it. It gives you this comforting feeling knowing that no matter what goes on, you always have this to kind of like give you that base. I love that their multivitamin is vegan. It's also gluten-free and other major allergen-free. Something I always liked about their products is they have these tablets in the container. This one is mint essenced. Open the jar. All you get is minty freshness. None of that, you know, vitamin smell. This is the Essential for Women 18 Plus, which is a clean, high quality multivitamin for women ages 18 to 49 to help fill key nutrient gaps in their diets. They're also designed to be gentler on the stomach, and they have a delayed release design, which allows you to eat them with or without food. You can go on their website and trace every ingredient, learn about where it comes from and why it's in there, why you need it. They also sent me their Symbiotic Plus, which is a probiotic that also includes prebiotic and postbiotic. So if you're interested in trying out any of Ritual's products, you can go to the link below, ritual.com/EmilyEwing25. You can use my code EmilyEwing25 to get 25% off your first order with Ritual. Next, for dinner, I had a salad. My parents like to do salad for dinner sometimes. So here's the seasonings that I'm using for my chickpeas, for my protein for my salad. I'm just sauteing them up with olive oil. Usually I leave the seasonings till the end because I don't want to burn them because I like to saute the chickpeas for a long time, but this time I was impatient. It worked out. Anyways, when they're almost done, I added some Bragg's liquid aminos and also some lemon juice, and they were absolutely fantastic. One thing I will say is I really should have had like a grain or something to this salad. I was just being lazy, but I was not as full as I should normally be after dinner. Okay, this is why I stress balancing your meals when you go plant-based. A lot of people go plant-based, vegan, they give up easily because they don't feel full. They feel hungry all the time, and this is why they don't balance their meals. Now I'm having a smoothie. I had a lot of smoothies this week. I do love smoothies. I love making smoothies. I could have a smoothie every day unless it's like super cold. But it really was fueled by me not knowing what to eat for breakfast and not feeling like thinking that hard first meal of the day. So I would just make a smoothie. I made a lot of mango smoothies because I have this big bag of frozen mango from Costco that is really good. This one I also added a banana to, but I keep forgetting to freeze the bananas. So this is just a fresh banana, but I add ice to it so it's still, and the mangoes are frozen. So it still has that good like, ooh, thick, creamy, frozen vibe. Smoothie number 2, another mango smoothie, but this one I put some greens in. I always get like a blend of greens now because I said something about spinach in one of my videos in the past. I was like, nothing bad can come from eating a lot of spinach, right? And then people were like, actually, here's some bad things that can happen if you eat too much spinach, which is fine. Like I love getting advice from people. Okay, I'm not mad at, I appreciate the comments. Okay, I just want to make that clear. But I did make an effort since then to always get a blend if the store has it, which they usually do, like a 50-50 blend where it's baby spinach and baby kale. I love that because then I can just add that to everything and get both vibes. Or something that's like a spring mix type of thing where it has like, you know, I don't know, this one has like chard in it or something. And now I'm having some tacos. I really should have filmed the tacos when we actually made them. You know, why people taco night, but I think maybe a little better than some of those TikToks of white people taco night. But anyways, we have some leftovers. There was one corn tortilla that was like fried up leftovers, so I ate that first. Corn tortillas are lovely. They are delicious. And the stuff that I'm putting on it is basically like pico de gallo mixed with guac because I didn't want the leftover guac to go bad. But hey, mixing it with a bunch of lime juice
juice and salsa works really well for keeping it good. You know, guacamole salsa, avocado salsa, whatever you want to call that. Anyways, the next taco I had was with one of those gluten-free tortillas. They're not that good, okay? They're just fine. They don't taste like much. They definitely need to be like fried up. Microwaving it was not really it. I was just being a little lazy. I bought them for wraps. I didn't buy them for making tacos and stuff, but I just ran out of corn, so I had that. Anyways, at this point, I realized how unprepared I was for the week grocery-wise. It was dinner time. I didn't know what to eat. I was already hungry, so I wasn't gonna be making rice or whatever. I knew I had some frozen hash browns, so I thought that could be my carb for the meal. We had some bell peppers and onion, and I thought, okay, breakfast burrito bowl type thing. We had some corn and bean side leftovers in the fridge. So I combined it all together and it wasn't very good. Looking back, I should have added lime to it. That would have at least helped. It was just, I don't know. And the hash browns didn't cook up very well, so they were just kind of mushy potatoes. I ended up eating it with chips and that made it slightly better. We're just saying, okay, this is why you prepare for the week. This is why you help yourself out. This is why you maybe meal prep if you need it. Okay.
Look at how much extra plastic is on this. The perforation is right here. I've never seen such a thing before. Look at what is this? What is all this? Why does it be that much? Blueberries, half a banana. Oats. Peanut butter. I just had a thought. I just had a memory. Did anyone watching this video, did anyone perhaps have the Easy Bake Oven computer game back in the day that came with a whole set of controls that you set over the keyboard of all these like cooking and baking things? It was the best thing ever. You could play as different characters, and then there was like a menu where they would have all the recipes that you could make. Ooh, this was Cookie Mama before Cookie Mama. And when you were a certain character and you would like toggle over different options, they would like say it out loud. And I remember sometimes I would just sit and laugh because if you play as the grandma, I just remember everything she said was so funny. I thought of it because it's peanut butter. I remember there's a recipe for peanut butter cookies, and if you were the grandma and you hovered over the peanut butter cookies recipe, then she would be like, peanut butter cookies. And I think about that sometimes. So if anyone played that game, and if anyone remembers what I'm talking about, please let me know. That was like one of my prized possession. I don't know where it is now. I probably got rid of it, which is so stupid. I mean, it's not stupid. I'm pretty sure it like didn't work anymore. And some of these, and some of these. Tell your girlfriend, tell your girlfriend. If you make a smoothie like this, well, if you make a smoothie in general, any kind of smoothie, if you hate cleaning the blender after making a smoothie, you need to rinse it immediately. Like, you don't have to wash it immediately. You can go back to that, you know, but like you need to rinse it. Initial rinse immediately after blending, after pouring it out. I forgot how good this was. I like my other smoothies, but I forgot how much this recipe, smoothie recipe, brings me life, brings me sustenance, brings me joy. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Stir fry, perhaps. Ramen type dishes, spring rolls, etc. Regular necessity. Never tried it. $7. Low expectations. We're prepping and freezing. I didn't even know it existed. I did not even know. Oh, no, it's a no.
I was excited to try these cheeses because I hadn't had a good vegan cheese in the house for a while, and I felt like having a little yummy snack, so I decided to make a vegan quesadilla because I didn't really like them raw, or actually I guess I microwaved it, but I didn't like it like that very much. It was just like nothing, you know? Like flour tortillas are actually good. They have like a flavor that is enjoyable, but these kind of taste like nothing. Anyways, I wanted to see what they were like fried in a pan. When I cut these up into little triangles, I feel like a little kid, you know, that's kind of fun. They're still definitely like not gonna be as good as flour tortillas, obviously, but I think they're fine. It's like a good alternative, I guess, but corn tortillas really are better. It's just like I wanted to try these out. And now I'm making some of those vermicelli noodles that I showed you in the grocery haul. I wanted to get these for making that ramen meal again, or similar. Can I call it ramen when it's not ramen noodles? Noodle soup. Okay, but then that sounds like chicken noodle type soup. You know what I mean. I made a bunch of vermicelli noodles so I could just have them in the fridge and I could add them to a broth when I want to have a meal like that. They're really thin, so I feel like they would absorb the flavors well, I guess. This one was not as good because I wanted to try to add the broth base ingredients to the water because I wanted to like boil the carrots and the tofu in that so they would absorb the flavor more. I didn't know if that would make it like, ooh, even better. Unless you really know how much water to add, I was kind of just estimating. So I added too much water. So it ended up just being like less flavorful. The method of mixing the pastes together in the bowl and then adding the water slowly allows you to kind of like eyeball and then taste it and see like, oh, is this flavorful enough? And then if it's too salty, you can add more water. You know what I mean?
Having a waffle. I used to get these all the time. They are always at grocery outlet. And I always like consider getting them, but then I'm like, no, I don't need them. But now I need them. Anyways, I wanted to give an update of how it's going. I started this on Monday and it's Friday. So far, there's been absolutely no difference to my skin at all. I'm trying to do this as long as I can do it. I'm aiming for a month, but we'll see. I feel like I'll probably do a month, but maybe I'll have like, if I'm really struggling, like if I'm out eating and there's like nothing I can get except for with gluten, or something like that, you know? I'm gonna aim for a month, but I kind of anticipate a couple like cheats or mistakes here and there. Something exciting for me, I realized that veggie straws are gluten-free. It's been hard, okay? It's been rough. I've had to use my brain a little. What? But honestly, snacks, I feel like are gonna be like zero problem. My favorite chips are like corn chips, potato chips. Are Doritos gluten-free? Veggie straws, what else are like? Popcorn. Sometimes I eat pita chips, but I don't even like need them, you know? Like if I have hummus or whatever, like I'd almost prefer veggies or even like corn chips. Bars, all the bars that I usually get, like Lar bars and my Verb bars are gluten-free, so that's good. What else? These Vans waffles I've already liked before trying to be gluten-free, you know? These and the Kashi ones were always like the vegan option for frozen waffles. So that's funny, I feel like I'm more used to gluten-free frozen waffles than anything. I have that song stuck in my head that get you in the creek, get you on these back roads, get you on your knees, and tell you what to pray for. Does anybody know? Take the boy right out of the city, get you in the creek. Smoothies are safe, oatmeal, safe. It's really bread. Bread is my issue right now. But allegedly, sourdough is easier to take for gluten sensitivity. And I love sourdough more than any bread. If I could make this long term by just being like mostly gluten-free, like whenever it's accessible, and then sourdough, that doesn't sound so bad. I have a beef replacement that is gluten-free and a chicken replacement. I love having trail mix as a snack and that's also fine. I love dark chocolate as a snack, that's fine. So I feel like snacks, I'm good, like no problems there. I'll probably come across them in the future. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you also to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Ritual.com/EmilyEwing25. EmilyEwing25 is the code. 25% off your first order. If you have any gluten-free recommendations for me, tips, tricks, recipes, products, please comment them below. I would love to know them because I'll be doing this for 3 more weeks and potentially forever. Subscribe if you like this video. Oh my god, I just had an idea. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Like if your name is Mike. The video gets one like. Like the video if you did. Comment. A comment. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Like it if you did. And comment. If you have one. Okay. Bye. Bye if you're bi. Just kidding.